Hey, what's up guys? I hope y'all doing great today. It's autumn. Little video here with my E90 335i. In case you didn't know, this is BMW's most sold 3 Series ever. When I say most sold 3 Series, I mean the E90 is the most sold 3 Series generation. And they came equipped with a 6-speed manual, a ZF6 automatic, or a dual clutch 7-speed transmission, which is considerably more rare and impacts the purchase price of the car quite a bit. It has a big influence on it. So out of those 3 transmissions, the ZF6 is the one that was sold the most, the automatic transmission ZF6 speed. That being said, the odds of you purchasing your E90 and it being a 6-speed automatic, ZF6 speed automatic, are pretty high. And I feel like it gets a lot of hate, even though it probably shouldn't, because we gotta judge something for what it is. At the end of the day, it's a ZF6, and I feel like the ZF6 reputation is really affected by other factors where we don't really judge it for what it is. So today we're gonna take a little ride, chit chat a bit. I gotta get somewhere, do something. So at this point, I'll just film and let's have a little talk on this. Oh shit. It does look good, man. Oh man. "19" still on summer tires. Should get my winter tires on, but whatever, man. I love the looks on these 19" wheels. Staggered setup, wider in the back. Anyways, let's get going. It's cold, man. Oh my god. Okay, let's do this. So let's get started right away at this point. You'll probably notice that the concept of relativity is something that comes back quite a lot, because everything's relative. It truly is, man. So let's start with the I guess the pain points, or like the kind of bad reputation of this transmission. Usually when people compare the ZF6, they compare it to the ZF8. And it's like BMW is a victim of its own success. The ZF8 is just so good. It's just so good. I mean, I've had it. It's just so good. I mean, it's not even comparable. And I feel like that's what kind of hurts the reputation of the ZF6. But the truth is, if you really think about it, I mean, this transmission, the first E90s, the first automatic E90 ZF6 speeds, were made in 2006. Just let that sink in for a second, okay? 2006. So they were made, I think, from 2006 to 2012, something like that. So initially when they came out, I mean, this is 2006 technology, And so if you keep that in mind, you realize it's not all so bad. It really isn't. Again, the thing is that people compare it to the ZF8, and the ZF8 is really good, man. It's insane. And one thing I'd say that's like the biggest difference between both of them, because I'm pretty sure both of them are torque converted, whatever how you say, automatic transmission. They're not dual clutch. But the biggest thing is the sound, man. The ZF8, I mean, you get those shift cuts, or shift brap, whatever how you call it, But this you don't. But in terms of shifting speed, it's not all so bad. Is it as fast? No, it's not. Okay, I need gas. Great, we're gonna get gas there. But anyways, is it as fast? No, it's not. But it's still pretty fast. The way the gear changes is relatively fast. I mean, here I'll put it in manual, involve the paddle shifters. I'm in 4th, 3000 RPM, 35, shift. You heard that? I mean, I hope you can hear. Maybe you can't even hear me and there's a lot of road noise. But it's not all so bad. It really isn't. And another thing that's pretty important to keep in mind is that you have to get used to the transmission, because on many different transmission, different models, different cars, if you don't know when to shift, you're actually going to shift slower. There's always like a certain RPM range where the transmission shifts a bit faster. And I find on this car, if you just redline it, let's say you floor it, you redline it, and you wait for the gear change, it's not going to be optimal. You have to shift it a bit early, and then it's going to go through crisp. Only bad thing, again, it's not a bad thing, but it's, I guess, a missing thing, is that it won't do the shift cut. And that shift cut, man, is so qualitative. It's so nice, it's so satisfying, you know. It's part of the experience. It's that little thing that this doesn't have. But if you're able to put that aside, I mean, 6 speed is more than enough. I feel like it's the minimum. A transmission should have 6 speeds, no less. I've driven 5-speed manuals, and the fact that it's missing that 6th gear makes the gear ratios not so nice. 5th gear is always like your higher RPM. You can't really glide through the highway at low RPM. You're constantly like stressing the engine. So now I'll drive the car a bit, I'll shift the gears a bit, play with the paddle shifters. 6th gear, 5th gear. I want to go left, 4th gear, 3000 RPM. Stay here for a sec. We're gone again. It's not instant, like it's not a PDK, man. Okay, it's not a PDK. Even though I'm saying this, but I know that even the ZF8 is pretty reactive. Even though I feel like, yes, the transmission is fast, but even on the ZF8s, even on the newer M340s, I've been in many different cars, and one thing that I feel like BMW still can't get perfectly, at least on non-M cars, is the reactivity at the paddle shifter. So the transmission is still going to shift ultra light, ultra lightning fast, quick. But the reactivity is not going to be instant. You know, it's not like a PDK. And on this transmission that's even older, again, guys, this is 2006 technology here. You feel it. It's not reactive. Is it less fun? Maybe. It's still fun though. That's the thing. It's still fun. And you can still go out, drive it, and have a good moment, a good time with it. A good thing. Let's talk about some positive aspects of the ZF6. Actually, the main point, in my opinion, especially when you get a car from this generation, you know, the price of the transmission itself. Let's say you need a transmission. God forbid something happens, your transmission breaks, and then that's it. There you are, you need a transmission. Well, if you were to compare the prices of a ZF8, which is more recent, well, you've guessed it, it's more expensive. This one, I mean, you can find it quite easily for pretty damn affordable prices. I mean, you can just go through your transmission, do whatever the hell you want to do with it, and even when it breaks, it's not going to cost you an arm. I've looked at the market. Obviously, it depends if your car is like, let's say, an automatic X-drive or automatic rear-wheel drive. Some transmissions are more common than the other, but in average, this is an X-drive. A transmission is a few $100. You should not be paying more than $1,000, and we're talking in Canadian pesos right now. You should not pay more than $1,000 for a transmission. A few $100, you have it ready to go. I mean, for that price, you buy it, you service it, do everything, and there you go. It's almost brand new, man. But seriously, I mean, going back to the concept of relativity, if you compare it to better transmission, of course, it's not as good, man. But it all depends what you're coming from. You know, if you're coming from a ZF8 or whatever, I think Audi is 7-speed, whatever, the Audi dual clutch transmissions, those brap quite a bit too. They're pretty nice. If you're coming from a less advanced transmission, you're gonna feel it. Truth is, you're gonna feel it. Go back in auto for a bit, because this is not as good. But if you're coming from, if this is your first sports car, because let me make it clear, this is an entry-level sports car. It's not something over the top. It's the lighter of the M-Lights. Okay, so if you didn't have a sports car and you want like a sportier vehicle, and you're coming from just some standard normal daily driver, this is going to be plenty for you. If you're coming from an older BMW platform, this is going to be better for you. If you're coming from a 328, well, then you already have this ZF6 in the 328. You just have more power in front, so it's still fun. So you know, it really depends. But again, this market it's really entry level. So depending on your experience, and usually if you get this, it's because you haven't had anything sporty in the past. It's gonna feel plenty of fun. You get the paddle shifters, man, even more fun because you didn't have them, you know? So based on that concept of relativity, this transmission really isn't so bad for a 2006 transmission. It's not the fastest, again, I want to remind this, I want to repeat it, because it's not, but it's still fun. You can still go out and have some fun with it. Now, you can always, I mean, that's an option, you can always tune the transmission. XHP, you've definitely heard that if you're watching this video, XHP stage 3. It's kind of funny because it's like the stage 3 is the stage 1. I've never heard of anyone doing stage 1, because I feel like usually when people XHP stage 1 their cars, it's because it's really heavy, like big horsepower or something. They're scared of damaging the transmission or something. But on these, it's like you don't even 1, 2, 3. It's 3, brother. Always 3 right away, you know. And another truth, I mean, it hurts to say that. Does XHP wake up your transmission? Hell yes. Hell yes. But the truth is that this transmission with XHP stage 3 doesn't even shift as fast as a stock sportier transmission, ZF8 for example, or dual clutch. So again, entry level, level, this is great. It really just depends on your background. And on this platform, I feel like what really carries is the engine. Now this car is completely stock and I'm still able to have fun with it. But if you're willing to, if you have the pocket to carry, to support the mods and the tuning, and I'm talking about the maintenance that goes with that, well then, I mean, this engine really carries. But anyways, going back to the transmission, it is what it is. But if you're thinking about it, thinking it through, and it's going to be your first sports car, don't hesitate, man. Don't hesitate, man. You're not going to feel it. It's only going to be positive to you. Don't let any noise really scare you away from it. You're going to have plenty of fun. And you know, one thing that I'm thinking of, I mean, what I'm describing to you is the feeling I felt when I first purchased the 335 E90. It felt so nice, so quick, so cool, man, because I didn't have one before. And another example of that is my younger brother. My younger brother isn't really into cars like that, but he's driven this car. Usually he has a daily driver, a Mazda car. And when he drove it, he had plenty of fun, man. He had plenty of fun. I had never seen him drive like this in a car. He had this car, I was like, oh shit, you know? Plenty of fun, plenty of torque. I think it's nice, but it's not the best. But it's still okay, and it still does its job like it should do it. It's nice, but it's not as performing as the other transmissions as I've repeated many times. And this transmission, the fact that it's a bit older, it does its job, but it's a bit older, is what, in my opinion, makes it kind of obvious that it's an older car. You know, because it's you can tell it's an older transmission that's on here. Again, still does its job, but it's older. So I think if you're willing to put a bit more money, the best way to like get the most out of your E90, and in this situation I'm talking about the 335, the best way is to either get the 6-speed manual, because if you get the 6-speed manual, then this whole argument about performance is out the door. You know, it's not even about that anymore. Like the manual is all about the raw, visceral experience, feeling the road, having the clutch, you know, the clutch allowing you to do a lot of fun things, clutch kicks, such things, or the dual clutch transmission. I mean, if you're able to go out your way and get that, then that's how you get the best experience on your E90. See? Oh, damn. See what's a priority to you. But if you're just looking for something that does its job, it does it nice, it does it correctly, it's not the best, but it does it flawlessly, it's reliable, then don't let the complaints out there scare you, because this transmission is more than enough as a first sports car. Plenty of fun. So yeah, it's not that bad, you know, depending on your background. It's really not that bad. It's the cheaper option. So the 335 with the ZF6 automatic is going to be cheaper parts if it breaks down, and does its job. It really does its job as it should. And we shall remember that it's a 2006, and when you keep that in mind, that it's 2006 technology, it's flawless. It's really good for what it is. How much can you ask more than what it does, if that's English? How much can you ask? Seriously, how much can you ask? It does its job. It shifts nice. The more you use it, the more you're gonna notice it a bit. Play with it, shift at different points, RPM points, with different loads on the accelerator, and you're gonna see that you can still have some nice gear shift. I find when you have some load on the engine and you shift around 3,000 to 4,000 RPM, that's where it sounds the best. It just shifts kind of quick, you know. But yeah, that's it. So don't let it scare you away. I personally think it's not that bad, keeping all of that in mind. I feel like that is an honest and fair judgment to this, you know, judging it as what it is. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little video. I hope the POV was nice, man. I'm kind of scared because I'm thinking maybe I drove all this way and it wasn't recording properly or whatever, man. But I hope it's nice, and if you enjoyed the video, well, I'm glad. That's all I wanted. Anyways, stay safe, guys.